We're talking about similar figures, and in this example, we have that triangle PQR is similar to triangle STR. Find QT. Notice that these two triangles are overlapping. There's a bigger triangle, which I've drawn here next to the original situation so that it's a little bit more clear. There's a big triangle, and imagine this small triangle being picked up and placed right on top of this one. And this is the final figure that you would get if you did that. So I've separated these two triangles. Notice the big one is PQR, and here I have PQR. And the small one is STR. Here it is, STR. Now it's good to separate them to create your corresponding sides ratios first. Since we have to find X, we need to create these ratios using corresponding sides. So here's what I'm going to do. I know I have information on PQ, and I know I have information on ST, right? And I also have information on TR, okay? So I know I can use PQ and ST and TR for now. So this is what I'm going to do. QT I can't see when I separate the triangles. Do you see that? There's no QT anywhere. There's a QR and a QP, but there's no QT, okay? So let's not worry about that right now. Let's just create the proportions using our labels. So I'm going to start with PQ, which I know about. It's 38 feet. So I'm going to write PQ. Now PQ corresponds to which side on the other triangle? So let's look at our similarity statement. PQ is the first two letters of the statement, so that means it will correspond with the first two letters of the other label for the triangle, ST. So PQ corresponds to ST. And I write an equal sign and I create another ratio. Now this other ratio, I know about TR, so I know I'm going to use this side, okay? And this side will correspond to which side of this triangle? Well, let's see. TR. Here's TR. Now, remember, I'm interested in TR because I know how much TR is. It's 36 feet. TR will correspond to QR. So I'm going to write QR. And I wrote QR in the numerator because I started with this triangle in the numerator for the first ratio. So I start with the same triangle for the numerator in the second ratio. Always keep the same order. And we said QR will correspond with TR. So I write that. Whoops, and I had written the fraction bar here and then I didn't use it. So let me erase it just so that it's not distracting. Let me erase the whole thing. And it's going to be QR corresponds to TR. There it is. Let me erase this better. Okay, and now that I have my labels in place and the corresponding sides are correct, I can start plugging in my values. And this is what I'm going to do. PQ, how long is PQ? I look over here, PQ is 38 right there, 38 feet. So I'm going to write 38. And ST is 30 feet equals QR. Now look at QR. Q starts here, R is right over there. So this whole length QR is made up of two pieces. It's made up of the piece from Q to T, this piece here, which measures X, and then I have another piece of T to R, which measures 36 feet. So if I add these two pieces together, I will have the whole length QR. So QR is made up of X plus 36. Okay? And then TR is 36. And here I have my proportion. And what you're going to do is you're going to cross multiply. So I'm going to start by first, you can cross multiply straight away, or you can simplify these ratios, this one here specifically, and make this number smaller, okay? But you can't cross out 36 and 36, and we explained in class why we can't do that. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. 36 times 38 and 30 times this whole thing. So 30 times that whole thing, this is what you'll get. 30 times x plus 36 is equal to 36 times 38. So I'm just going to write it out for now, and then I'm going to use my calculator to figure this out, okay? Using the distributive property, 30 times x, that will give you 30x, and 30 times 36, that will give you 1080. And 36 times 38 is 1,368. You see these big numbers? We could have avoided these big numbers if we would have simplified this, but since we're using a calculator, it's not that bad. I'm going to scroll down here a little bit, and here we end up with a two-step equation. So I need to isolate the x term, so that means get rid of 1,080 on each side by subtracting 1,080 on each side. And you're left with 30x is equal to 288. Okay? And divide by 30, x is equal to 9.6. And remember your units. We're talking about feet in this case. And there you have it. That means that this little piece here, from Q to T, it measures 9.6 feet. 9.6 feet. And that's how you do this problem. If you didn't understand, please go back, watch it again, try it on your own, and then check the answer, okay? Have fun. I'll see you in class.